Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A person who collects things. A person who is employed to collect payments, as for rent or taxes. A crater that has collected cosmic material hitting the Earth. The electrode in a transistor through which a primary flow of carriers leaves the region between the electrodes. A person who collects things. A voltaic battery that stores electric charge. Computer science. A register that has a built-in adder that adds an input number to the contents of the register. A person who is employed to collect payments, as for rent or taxes. A person who is employed to collect payments, as for rent or taxes. A person who gathers. They were a society of hunters and gatherers. Causing or capable of causing death. Mortal combat. A human being. Involving loss of divine grace or spiritual death. Subject to death. Mortal beings. Unrelenting and deadly. Mortal enemy. Characteristic of or meant for a single person or thing. An individual serving. Being or characteristic of a single thing or person. Individual drops of rain. A human being. Separate and distinct from others of the same kind. Mark the individual pages. Concerning one person exclusively. We all have individual cars. A single organism. A human being. There was too much for one person to do. A grammatical category used in the classification of pronouns, possessive determiners, and verb forms according to whether they indicate the speaker, the addressee, or a third party. Stop talking about yourself in the third person. A human body, usually including the clothing. A weapon was hidden on his person. A human being. A human being. The immaterial part of a person, the actuating cause of an individual life. Deep feeling or emotion. A human being. A secular form of gospel that was a major black musical genre in the 1960s and 1970s. Soul was politically significant during the civil rights movement. The human embodiment of something. The soul of honor. A member of the working class, not necessarily employed. Workers of the world, unite. A person who acts and gets things done. He's a miracle worker. A person who works at a specific occupation. He is a good worker. Sterile member of a colony of social insects that forages for food and cares for the larva. A bowl-shaped geological formation at the top of a volcano. A bowl-shaped depression formed by the impact of a meteorite or bomb. A faint constellation in the southern hemisphere near Hydra and Corvus. A conductor used to make electrical contact with some part of a circuit. A person in charge of collecting and cataloging archives. A collector and student of money, and coins in particular. A collector and student of mollusk shells. A collector and student of money, and coins in particular. A collector and student of money, and coins in particular. Any of several bushy-tailed rodents of the genus Neotoma of western North America. Hoards food and other objects. A collector of miscellaneous useless objects. A collector and student of postage stamps. A collector and student of postage stamps. The person who leads a musical group. A device designed to transmit electricity, heat, etc. A substance that readily conducts, e.g., electricity and heat. The person who collects fares on a public conveyance. Someone who gathers something in small pieces, e.g., information, slowly and carefully. Someone who picks up grain left in the field by the harvesters. A person who goes from house to house collecting rents for the owner. A semiconductor device capable of amplification. A semiconductor device capable of amplification. A semiconductor device capable of amplification. Government income due to taxation. Charge against a citizen's person or property or activity for the support of government. The imposition of taxes. The practice of the government in levying taxes on the subjects of a state. Charge against a citizen's person or property or activity for the support of government. Set or determine the amount of a payment such as a fine. Use to the limit. You were taxing my patience. Charge against a citizen's person or property or activity for the support of government. Levy a tax on. The state taxes alcohol heavily. Make a charge against or accuse. They taxed him failure to appear in court. United States collector and patron of art who built a museum in Boston to house her collection and opened it to the public in 1903, 1840 to 1924.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.